Welcome to Angel Academy 14. Today's episode is about the history of vampires and how it relates to real life. I will show you the characteristics and traits of a vampire and how it relates to your life here and now. I will show you how to identify and prevent your own vampiristic situations, avoid getting bitten by a vampire, and even how to cure your own vampiristic tendencies. The folklore of vampires was once considered to only be superstition. But through a shift in our perception, we begin to see how these old fairy tales are actually roadmaps to an archetype that affects all of creation. The vampire archetype predates recorded history, but just like anything else, it must have had its time of fame. For the vampire, that time was the early 1800s. Common folklore became obsessed with the horror aspect of this archetype. From the beautiful female victims to the stake in the heart at the end of the movie, vampires, just like anything in our modern world, became an entertainment topic. But what about its esoteric significance? Could the legend of the vampire actually contain keys to our own day-to-day relationships? Well, we know it does, and I'm here to show you why. The first thing that we should take note of when looking at vampires is the fact that they all have characteristics in common. 1. They can't see themselves in the mirror. 2. They feed off of the life force of living beings. 3. They turn into ashes in the light. 4. They need an invitation. Let's briefly elaborate on each topic. 1. The fact that they can't usually see themselves in the mirror is a clear indication of the lack of self-reflection. If you have ever encountered a person who vamps energy from you, a typical characteristic is the fact that they are usually unaware of the fact that they're even doing it. Mirroring is when you or someone else tells a person that they are indeed responsible for the reality that they are attracting or emanating. What happens when you drain a battery? It goes acidic. What happens when you drain a body of energy? It goes acidic. What's the name of the energy channeling compound in the human body? Blood. It's not a mistake that blood conducts and stores electrical potential, but it's also not a mistake that psychic vampires can drain your energy without touching you physically. The reason why is because our spirit's energy radiates to surround our body in the auric field. Once a vampire decides that you have the energy desired, they can begin to pull energy from that aura immediately. The only catch is that you must be open in your aura in order to get vamped.
What the hell do you want?
Now, is that any way to treat a guest?
What are you doing here, Klaus?
Well, for starters, young Jeremy here could show some manners and invite me inside.
Why don't you go up to your room? Now.
I think you're probably gonna want to let me in!
Note, psychic vampires are typically capable of bullying or belittling others. This is just another tactic. 3. The obliteration into ashes is a clear indication of a phenomenon that takes place when the vampire thought pattern is cleared through the use of light. This light is also known as love or prana. When a vampire thought pattern is overcome with love, it completely dissolves. But like anything else, a vampire has the choice to hide from the light, and thus can stay alive. In our case, the thought pattern can stay alive within the host. But some cultures call this phenomenon possession, because some thoughts are so well fed that they become a full embodiment and can control the body of the host beyond the host's willpower. Our energy body is always invitation only, unless of course you study human design and know about the people called reflectors and projectors. These people are usually the easiest targets for vampirism because of the lack of self-directed energy in their auras. But it happens to everyone, and especially generators. Manifesting generators and manifestors are typically the auras that vamp more often due to the intensity of their direction towards self-empowerment. Like anything else, all people can become a vampire if you subscribe your energy to your thoughts enough. Now that we know how to identify an energy vampire, how do we solve the issues? Step 1 is recognizing the symptoms. Step 2 would be to deeply breathe and relax. Let yourself come into the present moment and really truly allow yourself to even have the reflection of observing the situation and to recognize the symptoms. 3. Use the active meditation to clear your aura and to protect your space. There's nothing better than being clear within yourself and allowing that to protect and set the boundaries of your entire field. Step 4. Another route is to set personal boundaries with the vampire. Once you've actually set your parameters in the universe and allowed that to be recognized within the other, it's a lot more difficult for them to actually take more than what you're allowing, because you've actually set the intention of what you want to accept in your life and what you can give with the energetic exchange that's currently present between you and the being. Step 5. Do the inner work and actually step back and observe what is the universe trying to present in the presence of this person in your life. Most likely they hold a very deep lesson that you need to get over and move through in your life. The best thing you can do is simply recognize, observe, and lots of times the universe will move this person on because you no longer match the energetic vibration of the lesson that is required in your transaction with this person. The last important fact for someone who's being attacked by energetic vampires is to really be careful to clear yourself. If you're not careful in clearing yourself, you may find yourself becoming an energetic vampire yourself, continuing to release things on other people and trying to get energy from other people to clear your own situation, when in actuality you are digging yourself into a deeper hole and not actually curing anything, but only digging yourself into a deeper depression. This was part 2 of a 2-part series. Thank you for watching, and I really love all of you. And like I said in the beginning of the video, if you or anyone else you know is going through either energetic vampirism or even just needs spiritual help or guidance along your path, I have officially, for the first time ever, opened it up to the universe to actually allowing it to bring some sort of financial abundance. In fact, this is my biggest lesson, is the fact that since I give so much, I'm constantly in attracting energetic vampiristic situations because I don't want to charge anyone for the services that I provide. I may spend all day and all night and all day and all night, giving love and giving advice and giving counseling and giving healing, and just being in that loving state is so attractive to me that I'm always giving, and I don't perceive that I have any sort of loss.